Cool. Awesome. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So I have here the team at Sharesies. So just over here, we'll just be sharing on one device to keep things simple on our end, because apparently I'm not a tech savvy person. But yeah, what is Sharesies? Our purpose is to create financial empowerment for everyone. Our vision is to give someone with $5 and $5 million the same money opportunities. We do this through providing access to fractionalized investing. What is that? Basically, in simple terms, it means that you can invest as little as 1 cent in any company or fund. So I didn't introduce myself, and you guys are probably thinking, who is this guy talking to? My name is Aaron Cynthia. I'm in the People Experience team. A little bit about myself. On the left, that is the flag. It is probably the coolest flag that you guys will ever see. It's the flag of my proud island nation of Kiribati in the Pacific. The photo beside that is the Sharesies 2020 intern cohort, which myself and Bree, who will be talking later on, were in. So I actually went through the TupuToa program in 2019, where I was placed at corrections, and then in 2020 I was placed at on the right there is the 2019 TupuToa cohort, which I was part of, and then on the left side there's us 3 TupuToa interns who were placed at Sharesies. Before we start off, if I could give one piece of advice to future interns, it would be to focus on what you want to work on, like a theme, rather than a particular company. I say this because I found that when I applied for the TupuToa program, I focused on the aspect of a people-based role. And that is kind of what took me to my role in corrections, and then later on here at Sharesies. For today's talk lineup, we have the awesome Bree, who will be talking about tech at Sharesies. Praveen, with his intern experience. He was an intern last year. And lastly, followed by Maddie, who will talk about the recruitment process.
Good day, everyone. Yeah, I'm Bree. Thanks, Aaron. So I'm a developer here at Sharesies and also a previous intern, much like my co-speakers, Aaron and Praveen. I came to work at Sharesies through an internship program called Summer of Tech after finishing my uni studies at Te Herenga Waka, Victoria University of Wellington. My interest in working at Sharesies was always much more than simply finding a job for the summer. When I was researching companies to intern at, I wanted to find somewhere where I could be proud and passionate about my work. And so Sharesies stood out to me for a number of reasons, but top of the list was definitely the ability to work on a product that myself, my friends, and my whānau were all using. My granddad actually is a regular user of Sharesies, and it's often the talking point between us. And seeing your whānau be financially empowered by the products you get to work on every day is really something special. So as I said, I started as an intern at the end of 2020, but I never really felt like an intern, so much to speak. So from day one, I was part of the team working on actual and meaningful problems. Just go back one, Aaron. Cool. I'll speak a bit about my general thoughts on tech at Sharesies across mentoring, career progression, and our engineering team as well. So my tech career was kickstarted during my internship through having a welcoming team and well-paired mentor who I got to spend a lot of one-to-one time with, and also working on real technical problems that our team were facing. And on career progression, Sharesies supports that through tools like growth frameworks that can aid in assessing where you're at within your role and helping to identify what areas you can maybe improve on. And we're encouraged and supported to also create development plans, which help you set some key goals or milestones to reach, when you want to reach them by, and most importantly, how we might celebrate when you do reach them. And in becoming a permanent employee at Sharesies as well, there's a development budget available. So I've used my budget for things like attending conferences or courses and purchasing books, all of which have helped me meet my goals that I set out in my development plan. And a bit about our engineering team. We're an ever-growing team that's definitely more than doubled since I joined Sharesies, if not tripled. And there's no shortage of amazing talent and knowledge. It's super easy to reach out for help, and there's a real in it together attitude when it comes to collaboration. Yes, that's a bit about me. I'll pass back over to Aaron.
Awesome. So yeah, next up on the lineup we have Praveen, and he is going to talk about his internship experience and then becoming a junior developer.
Next up, Praveen. So cheers everyone, my name is Praveen. I was a junior developer in the Access team in Lab. I joined through the internship process through Summer of Tech last November. And so what I do in the Access team is help manage all the market services. So when you place an order through Sharesies, whether it's in the NZX, the ASX, or like USX, like US stock exchanges, we make sure that like it goes through and you get the shares that you wanted. And so my biggest concern getting into the role was that as an intern, I would just sit in meetings and do nothing and just kind of get coffee for all the seniors. But at Sharesies, it's like the total opposite. I've always been supported in my roles, and I've been receiving a lot of mentorship as a developer. And like as my first role as an intern, I was very like hands-on. There's a lot of acronyms and stuff that's always like thrown around, like what is CMC, Biscuit, Zach, all these kind of market service acronyms. Like I had no clue what was going on. And so being able to just learn through that, through my senior developers, and having two mentors like coach me through everything has been like a great experience. And in addition to that, what makes Sharesies awesome, is the mission statement. So it's probably well known, but we're trying to make, great financial empowerment for everyone in New Zealand and for the next generation. And so working towards that and contributing in my own way to that kind of mission is really empowering as a developer, and it really excites you every day because like, oh, how can I help? And the problems you face and try to solve are just different and cool and fun to do. And so in terms of what makes Sharesies a little bit different to your like regular corporate is that it's very social and there's a lot of things going on at all times. Like last Friday, I was at a karaoke event and having a good time singing around and stuff. But there's also a bunch of like little clubs and stuff that you can do, like chess club, which I'm a part of, which we hang out at Waitoa Bar and like play chess over a few beers. But there's also kind of like more active things, like both Bree and I are in the football club and have fun playing indoor football. And it's also like quiz nights, movie nights, and all sorts of cool stuff that Sharesies is always running. And it really makes the internship experience a lot of fun. And you kind of are able to like network and kind of get to know people outside of your team, which I think is really important because as an intern, you don't want to be always isolated by yourself. And so being able to meet everyone from the CFOs to CEOs to everyone has been awesome, and it's been great. And so that's a little bit about the internship experience. I'll pass it over to Maddie now.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Māori tōku ingoa, ko au te kime tangata kia Sharesies, kia ora. Hi, I'm Maddie, and I'm the Talent Acquisition Specialist or Recruitment Advisor. It's just so much easier to say, not so much of a mouthful. So I'm going to kind of recap on the culture from my perspective, how we interview at Sharesies, and my personal experience of working in kind of government type jobs versus working at Sharesies. So I started at Sharesies just before Christmas last year. And the thing that I loved the most about walking in here was just the bright colors that everywhere, the couches to the walls, the social media, everything. I just love it. We do heaps of fun things like movie nights, Friday demo, friendly competitions, and we also celebrate all of our successes. So this photo that you can see, hopefully you can see it, is just from last week where we celebrated Pink Shirt Day and raised some money. Pink Shirt Day is about working together to stop bullying by celebrating diversity, promoting kindness and inclusiveness. And that's something that I think Sharesies does well all the time, not just for Pink Shirt Day. Leading on from that, one thing that I've personally found in large organizations, including government, is that they often kind of talk the talk when it comes to culture or mental health and well-being, but they don't always walk the walk. and Sharesies genuinely cares about you and your well-being. So with all of our recruitment processes, one of the things that we think is very key is that we're very transparent. So that meaning we're not really hiding anything. We're here to let you know exactly what's happening, keep you up to date with all of our processes, and make sure that you're informed every step of the way. So we run it in a 3-interview process. So we have the first interview, which is a bit of get to know each other. So we get to know you and you get to know us. The second interview is, let's talk about a scenario. So something that you might be doing in your day-to-day work with us. And the third interview, are we a good fit for each other? So not only are we interviewing you, you're interviewing us as well. And we want to make sure that that kind of fits in for you. We always provide briefing sheets. So we let you know exactly what we're going to ask and kind of exactly how the process is going to run as well. And we strongly believe in clear communication so that you, as I mentioned before, know exactly what's coming and what you're in for. So a little bit about me. I left school when I was 17 and went straight to work at Dunedin Hospital. So I guess all of my work has kind of been in the government sector, 16 years, except for 1 year where I worked in a private engineering firm. I feel like Sharesies was a little bit of a reward for me, a light at the end of the tunnel. No, just kidding. But in all seriousness, I learned so much and worked with such a range of human beings throughout the time working in government. I was very lucky to have worked with doctors and diplomats for most of my career. But now at Sharesies, I'm working in a very genuine, supportive environment where I feel heard, and I'm really part of creating financial empowerment for everybody. So I'll pass back to Aaron. Question.
Cool. Yeah, that was kind of our presentation. If you guys have any questions about maybe my journey through TupuToa to getting into Sharesies, or Praveen's internship experience, or maybe the developer side of things and development from Bree, or even just the sort of recruitment side of things from Maddie, yeah, we'd be happy to answer any questions. And yeah. Are the intern and graduate roles based in Auckland?
So all of our intern and graduate roles are based in Wellington. Once you move into if you move into a more senior role, kind of intermediate and upwards, you can be based in Auckland after that. But we prefer that all of our graduates and interns start in Wellington, so you've got the support and everything you need here on the ground.
Cool. Thanks, Chris, for the question. Yeah, so we've just opened up the floor. If anyone has any questions, feel free to write them in the chat. Or other than that, that's pretty much us for this presentation. Thanks, guys, for having us. Thanks to the team at Prospel for helping us get set up and hosting this pretty awesome event. We're very grateful to be invited to come to this. And yeah, thanks, guys.